What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. On today's video, it's going to be another BMX themed video. This is my current ride right here, but we're going to be going over this stuff over here today, actually. And I was out here chilling out, just kind of looking over the stickers and kind of reminiscing a moment, and I was like, that would be cool to share it with everybody. And just kind of where did everything come from? What does a lot of it mean to me? We won't go over everything because there is a ton of stuff in this little entry section right here. So we're gonna go over some things that mean something to me and things that somebody might have visited and have a story or a brand, or they gave some stickers, put some stickers on here. So I'm gonna try to go over the majority of it, I guess. But we'll start up top. This is a piece from Steve Crandall. It's like a canvas magnet clip piece. It's called Foundations for Stoke. I don't know that's actually the name of it, but that's what it says on there from Steve Crandall. It's got a super cool style, and it's been around for as long as I've been in BMX, so I love to have some pieces of it, and you're gonna see more of it up here. We have Seamus McEwen from, pretty sure this was a Challenger BMX magazine edition. It wasn't really a magazine as much as it was a newspaper that had other things that came with it, or different things you could buy from their website. And that was out in Charlotte at a DIY spot called Noda, N-O-D-A. That's Robbie Taylor on the deck. So yeah, there's that. This is from when Lee Ramsdale and Hal Brindley brought back play and old school BMX for a little while, maybe around 2012, 2013 maybe. And yeah, this was like a reissue of an old postcard. On the back is you can write, put a stamp on it, send it out. We got the big dog, Shane Leeper up top. Nice rad share sticker. I have a shirt of that as well. We got Shotgun Trails at Shotgun Trails. Shout out to all of those people. Chad, his wife, his daughters, and as well as Greg and his family that held it down for so long out there. Thanks for letting me be a part of that for the time that I was. And yeah, awesome memories out there. Couple of stickers up here. This top left one up here, Phil Jones. I drew that for a benefit for him. And they did a lot of cool, actually. They did shirts. I do a lot of artwork in the BMX scene, and I try to, at least anyway. But this one, someone asked me to do that, and on top, Phil Jones was a BMX rider, is a BMX rider in my eyes, and an awesome mountain bike rider now. But he got injured, and this was a fundraiser for him. PF, he has an awesome woodworking company as well. Filthy Films was what that is down there. So this is like a wooden Frankenstein. It's got a half pipe up there and some woodworking tools. Pretty cool one. But yeah, sorry. His brother made a 3D printed model of this. Super cool. I have screenshots of it somewhere. Maybe I can find it and put it over this stuff. But yeah, that was awesome. Goat Pin. This was the nice sticker. Originally had like a little bubble above its head that said nice. But it's just a cool little sticker of a goat finding a skate park. I believe a dude named Neil did this one, but this is a super classic Goat Pin shirt, and I'm sure they use it for some other stuff. Right up top, we got 1789 BMX. Some homies at a Fuquay Arena. They were holding down the trails up there, and yeah, pretty cool. Got the Sean Burns benefit sticker. Bought a nice t-shirt to help him when he was injured. Drop in coffee, a rad share benefit. Mainline, homie out of Georgia, rides big bikes out in Charlotte and does a lot out there. Atlas Blako, that was a buddy that lived here for a little while. Cool dude, awesome family, and makes really nice blades and stuff out of, he's got a kiln or whatever they're called. Another cool Steve Crandall painting. This is just on, it's like a print versus canvas over there. But yeah, that's what we got over here. All right, I'm going to keep it moving through here, and then we'll come, we'll do kind of layers, I guess, come down, around in the back. Yeah, I'm sorry for the shadow over here. I got a light behind me, but if you can handle that, then you'll enjoy this video. Build your own fun, Crandall, coffee, half pipe. That's why I really liked it, or quarter pipe anyway. But yeah, I liked it for the ramp in here. Another Phil Jones sticker. DeVille profile. Low-tech, awesome shoe brand, mid-school shoe brand. Had some of the best shoes ever. Luca brand, you can see a lot more of those, and actually wearing it today randomly. Up top, big cinema sticker. I don't remember exactly where I got that, but that's pretty cool to have. Ride for fist bumps. Somebody's out of Tallahassee. Little devil. This crazy Albie sticker. Yeah, like I said, a lot of Luca. That band one is Luca. Sorry, there's some cables in the way, but they're just going to be in the way. All right. Scavenger, pedal driven, out of Athens, Georgia. Props. This is from when I ordered the box sets and all that stuff. All right, so let's drop down here. Actually grateful for that. My arm was kind of hurting holding that up for so long. But we have Odzine, Dylan Leeper, Shane Leeper experience, if you will. Military sticker. We have Kicker Video Magazine. That's the big one. This is from an event that we sponsored and made a video for. It was actually the very first C1 BMX event in America. And we got the scoop, I guess, if you will, man. We were able to go out there and film the whole thing. It was supposed to be at Greenfield Grind, the Alex Chambers skate park now in Wilmington, North Carolina. But it rained, so they moved it to Ryan Nyquist's personal warehouse. It was set to be torn down like that next week or something. So it worked out kind of insanely. So that's actually on the channel, I'm pretty sure. So scroll back on some videos if you want to watch that. But that's a cool one. And that's the background behind that, things that get lost in translation. So good job to Paul. And I'm sorry, brother, but I'm kind of blanking on the other guy's name. But yeah, those two dudes made it happen, and they're in the video, so I'm sure that it's captioned, if you will. Rowdy Town, that's some homies from Georgia, big bikes up in the mountains of Georgia, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, let's keep it moving. Another nice sticker. This cool retro profile racing sticker. I'm pretty sure that was like their 50th anniversary, probably about the same time that they came and visited out here in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and made a nice video. They were releasing a lot of these, so that's cool that I have one of those. Pretty sure I got some shirts and hats with that on it too. Sorry, I was out here by myself, just kind of hanging out, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna crack a beer. I'm gonna share this with everybody. So, pardon me if I wet my whistle a little bit. This big S&M sticker, I had one of these on the fridge, mini fridge that died upstairs. But yeah, cool, awesome, American-made bicycle company. I did a college report, coincidentally, about Steve Moeller and S&M and everything for my business degree. So that was really cool to do a super deep dive podcast, the book, reading through the book and taking notes and annotating and citing all these media sources and everything else. Yeah, so I got a crazy multiple page report, I guess, if you will, or, analysis of this brand. And I got nothing but respect for Chris Moeller, and Swing Rover and Moeller is what that stands for, out of California. Yeah, American-made bikes. Check them out. DeVille, local skate shop. Can you dig it? Trail website. Miss it. Wish it was still around. And hope he's doing great wherever he's at. Keep it moving. All right, yeah, we're gonna come back over here. My buddy Matt Garner sent me this, I'm pretty sure, right here. And he's just got an amazing style. I don't understand half of it, but it's like it'll invoke stuff, and I'm still finding stuff in it years later. I saw something in it kind of recently, and I was like, wow, so you can get lost in these kind of things. But he did a lot of my tattoos as well. Childhood friend that we used to ride BMX together in the streets and, all this kind of stuff and hit jumps. And he was a motocross rider as well. So, it was just that kind of lifestyle. Cool dude, Matt Garner. And then now he's more of a skater, but he's also a great tattoo artist. Um, cool FBM sticker, Hoffman bike sticker. I don't know. I think this I might have kind of skipped over a little bit. Got this actually in Kandahar, Afghanistan. It's a Velcro patch. Rad share, cool Powers Bike Shop No for the Can sticker. A couple of Power stickers. Thanks for the support. ODD, Oddzine, Dylan Leaper in them. Big Luca sticker. Another interesting thing right here. This one and this one were sent to me by a guy that I met on some travels to Jackson, Mississippi. He was a pretty badass street rider, but he got into stickers and he was like, hey man, I saw this picture, of you doing this tabletop and I'm trying to get into making stickers. So I made a bunch of them. Can I send them to you? I'm like, shit, man, that's crazy, dude. So, but yes, absolutely, send them to me. So I still maybe have a couple of these still on card, somewhere in the house, if you will. But yeah, pretty cool. It's like it's been my profile picture for a long time on Instagram, and yeah, pretty cool. Two of those right there. Airborne patch from the military. Profile racing. This nice steadfast sticker. Unfortunately, FBM closed down, and a lot of this stuff is getting more and more rare. So I think I have some inside. I'm not like, looking to sell them or anything else, but it's just cool to have the stuff. Wheelies don't pop themselves. Rad share. This is from the seat down here. All this stuff is mad dusty. I've been working out here. As you can see, all this stuff, man, I need to really get a good clean out here, but I'm spending more time out here, so hopefully that could come in the future. But I wanted to give you guys, I didn't want to like stage it and clean it up and stuff. I just wanted to get it while it was hot. I didn't want to come out here and, I was spending so much time just thinking to myself of all this interesting stuff and didn't, I wanted to give you guys as I was experiencing it as well. This came out of an S&M seat. It's like an insert that they would put under the leather or something, just kind of a cool thing that I cut out of a seat. Let's see. This guy, deluxe poster, got big into deluxe for a while. There's just some badass trails and a badass tabletop. Max Bmar. They got some trails only videos on YouTube. Used to make parts and frames and stuff with really high end stuff from Europe. And I was a big fan of that company and had a lot of the parts as well. So cool poster I got from them. Another Crandall piece. This is the fourth one, I'm pretty sure, so far. And this one, man, I love aliens, man. I don't know if I'm a believer, but I think I'm a believer. I'll just say it, man. The galaxy is way too big for my own personal opinion that we're alone. There's some stuff out there, but this is actually a song. I looked it up, pretty cool, but when I bought it, I didn't know that it was a song. I just thought it was a really cool painting of a UFO kind of doing whatever he's doing to this guy, and a book. I just thought it was cool, books by UFOs. Team Payne Skate Parks, they built our local skate park, and I was able to go out there and help them, somewhat. And I'm very proud of that, actually. So they hooked it up, gave me some cool stuff out here, to include just little stuff that, wouldn't mean anything to anybody else. But this is a block of pull coping from the deep end, just a discard that, they had to cut off. I asked them, I was like, hey, can I have that? They said, dude, sure. No worries at all. So that was pretty cool. From the deep end of Rowan Skate Park. So yeah, shout out to Team Pain Skate Parks. For a while, I don't think they were the most BMX friendly company, but they do pretty good now. I would say that, man. And our skate park was an awesome experience. Those dudes were super rad, and I would have them out any day. Cool, cool dudes. This painting from Matt, he also did this kind of picture right here on the left. This is one that I did for a seat tube for Luis down in Florida. Badass dude. He's a doctor. He has a ramp called the Owl's Nest, and yeah, it's kind of bionic knees. This was actually for Robbie Taylor. Asked me to do this, and got him a little jersey on and everything else. But this was a seat tube sticker. So shout out to Luis. Over here, we have Protown BMX poster. And this one is actually pretty cool because I would say around 2011, probably it had to have been 2011 at least. These guys are from Greenville, North Carolina. They came out to our local skate park. It was an indoor skate park, well before the concrete one, but we did have the trails at the time. And these dudes came out and held a contest for us at our local skate park. Double Decker at the time was the name of it. A lot of us rode in there. Kind of felt like we were the kind of local Dogtown boys of BMX in there, because we were allowed in there, but they would always like charge us like 3 or 4 times more than the skateboarders for the same amount of time. And they were kind of whacking there at certain points, but they would still let us in though, and that was cool. And it wasn't like certain hours or anything. It was just like, no, we're just going to charge you way more, if I remember correctly. And there were different iterations of it, different managements, I guess, maybe, but I don't really know or understand all that. But anyway, my buddy Vince won this contest. I did not place, but I remember doing some really cool stuff that I had never done in there. And the announcer recognized, he was like, hey man, I've been seeing him do this all day. He's working on this. And yeah, I got the big ledge in there and some other stuff. But let's check out some of these riders right quick. Over here, Mike Mancuso. This is the host of Protown BMX. He's still the host and everything else. This is his company. He runs shows, camps, clinics. So if you're in the Greenville, North Carolina area, check him out. We got Darren Bolden. This is a local dude from North Carolina. Lives up in the Pittsburgh area. Has some dope ass trails now. And they misspelled his name on here, but badass picture of him doing a foot jam on that sub. All right, guys, the bat might be back. I think I'm hearing some noises over there. It's freaking me out a little bit. It's been a bat kind of in here a little bit. I thought he was gone, but it seems like he's been back. Anyway, might have to get him removed. I'm gonna try some Sonic stuff, and yeah, I'm gonna try some Sonic repellent that I could plug in over here and just let it run, and hopefully it'll just make him hate the place. But yeah, not gonna sweat that guy right now, but he is making some noises anyway, and it's late. Let's go. Let's keep all this going. Marcus Tooker, legend. Will Love, also legend. Alex Johan has his own stunt team now, and just an awesome dude and legend. If you ever seen any of his riding, Chris Hughes, first body varial, I'm pretty sure, on a BMX bike. You let go of it and spin your body in like a barrel, like not a barrel roll, but like a spin, I guess, and then catch the bike again. Chris Hughes. Austin Coleman. I drew a picture of Roy on my second deployment and sent it to BMX Plus, and they put it in, and I got a pretty cool care package and everything from BMX Plus, but he was on the cover of that magazine, probably doing a one-handed tail whip as well, I think. All right, let's keep it moving. What's this dollar over here? It's probably the most asked question that I get in here. What's the dollar? This is actually from my son when I was building in here. I did ask, I kind of put it out. I was like, hey, I would be willing to kind of negotiate some sponsors or whatever, for banners or whatever else. And didn't really get much help, which is cool. I'm not sweating that, but I did get a one homie, Zach, and I'm stoked to give him a shout out on here. But Zach Inhagen from Germany, haven't heard from him in a long time, but he did send some money, so mad shout out to him. And let's keep it moving. This is, like I said, this is from Caleb though. My youngest son, he was very young probably at the time. He was like, "Hey, here's some money, help you buy some stuff." And that's just his nature. It wasn't like he overheard me or anything else. It was, just something he did. So I hung it up, taped it up. We have the Profile Racing sprocket. I think it's called an Imperial sprocket, if I'm not mistaken. 45 tooth. You see my hand against that? It's the same size. So that's old school. My buddy Roy gave me that. Let's keep it moving. Nice Polaroid. I can't remember exactly who shot the Polaroid, but they gave it to me. And thank you for that. Whoever you are, please, if you're somehow watching this, comment so that I can remember and be grateful even more. Thanks. My buddy Vince, me, and my buddy Kevin from the Charlotte area. This one is pretty cool as well. This is from another Swamp Fest. I was from a Swamp Fest. This is from the 2020 Swamp Fest, I believe. It could be different because there was a year where they didn't do it, but this is a Nora Cup. It's a year they did the Nora Cup at Swamp Fest. I wish they would do it in America, but that's just me being jealous and whatever you want to call it. Anyway, they did it at Swamp Fest because the world was closed down, and that was super awesome for me because I was front row taking pictures and hanging out with my buddies and drinking beers. Steve Crandall was the host, and as they announced it and everything else, he kind of tossed this to me in the front row. So you see there's a lot of Steve Crandall pictures in here. This isn't why, but pretty cool. But this was it's like a nomination, #1 rider award. The industry votes on it, pros and everything else. And this was the card for video part of the year. Dennis Anderson, one of my favorite riders, right here for Vans. Go watch that video if you haven't. But super cool piece of BMX history here. He got a big plaque for it. They all get plaques whenever they win, video part of the year, street rider of the year, blah, dirt rider of the year, all the stuff, flatland, women's rider of the year. They get these nice gold plaques that our BMX, at BMX on Instagram, puts on. Glad they do it. Thanks, Fudger, for doing that, keeping that alive, because he didn't have to do that. Let's keep it moving through here. I'm trying to move it a little bit quicker through here. Cool DeVille sticker. Bulldog bikes. If you watched that other video, cleaning out from under the ramp, we discuss some of my history with Bulldog bikes, so go check that one out. NC BMX series. That's Paul that did the Kicker Video, not the Kicker Video magazine thing, but as discussed earlier from Kicker Video magazine, they were the host, NC BMX series. They did another one up in Cary that was pretty cool as well. All right, let me take a sip, and we'll keep it moving. Empire BMX, props, FBM, build your own phone. That's what attracted me to it, because I've always enjoyed digging trails and building ramps, and I'm good at it, and it's fun, it's relaxing, it's therapeutic. So that's what attracted me to FBM bikes, and that's why I have a lot of stickers in here. That's why I own a lot of the two of the frames and a lot of the parts and everything. So I cherish those bikes, and I've always been a bike nerd and everything else, so I do cherish them and take care of them now. I'm not currently riding one, but that doesn't mean that I won't. Show these for you guys. My buddy Tom from Gorilla Bicycle Company out of Jacksonville, North Carolina. He was a regular out here, probably helped build out here at some point. Um, Huge kink BMX sticker. This is from the head tube of a Sexton frame that I was running for a little bit. Kink Sexton. He was an awesome rider, but his frame had really good geometry on it. Let's move this right quick. Giant little devil sticker. This is kind of mid-school, man. Everybody was running this on their down tubes and everything on their bikes or whatever else. It was such a big company, and was made super popular by Jackass, the movies and TV show and everything else, because Ryan Dunn was a big part, or just a supporter or something of Little Devil. Cool brand, still around. Check them out. In the way, we have my helmet, profile, rad share, drop in, Fox Racing, FBM Bicycle Company, and my homies at Profile Racing. I'm so much love to all these people. I don't have anything to do with Fox really at all. And, my involvement in all these people is just being an awesome fan and trying to help out where I can. Thanks for the opportunities to all these guys and gals that have allowed me to do cool stuff with them. But Fox, man, that just reminds me of mid-school BMX and the riders that I loved seeing grow up. I love the products. It's like retro to me. So kids wear baggy pants. I'm rocking some Fox. Trying to get this chainsaw run. I got to get a new chain for it. That bitch is seized. First aid. Let's keep it moving. Let's keep it moving. We have, that appears to be a pickaxe. Hasn't been used in a long time, probably for the trails. But this is actually something hard to do one-handed. Something that my father got me for years and years and years and years. He was a long-haul truck driver, and he got me this at a truck stop when I was a kid, and somehow it has remained in my possession. I don't have a lot of stuff from my childhood or anything like that, not a ton, but somehow this remains in my possession. This crazy ass $50 sword or something. I don't think it was an expensive one. He told me it wasn't too expensive. But pretty cool. Let's keep it moving. One of those Swamp Fests. It might even been the right here one. These are just some Vans that I wore out there. I was cleaning out from under the ramp. Eventually I'm gonna throw them out probably soon, but I just wasn't quite ready to do it yet. We have something from Disney Parks, Ray's staff. I'm not a big sequel fan, but we got this, and somehow it ended up out here. Cool though, cool little prop. Something I made the other day. I was hammering my fence over there and fixing it up from my neighbor's side. And I knew 2 nails escaped from me. I couldn't find them, so I have a lot of magnets, and I was hanging up shirts. That's why I kind of panned up there. They're down currently, but I made this little thing that I can drag along on the ground. We're close to it, and it worked. I found both nails and some other ones that he had in his yard. I just wanted to be like 1,000%. Then I ran it in my yard once or twice by the fence as well. This piece is from my buddy Joe Scrafe. That I'm very sorry that this is down here right now. My son plays soccer right here on the other side of this wall. As you've seen, he's came and visited me from Georgia. But I had it up. I can't remember exactly where, but every time he kicks in here, you see there's not much hanging up still. This stuff just falls, and this fell a couple times, and I kind of like it here as well. I don't like that it was kind of hidden, but I like that it was somewhere I could see it. And dude, such a badass piece. He gave me this when he came up, and I'm super grateful. He's got a super, super cool art style. He posts a lot of it, and he's very consistent. It motivates me, even though I haven't been drawing as much as I need to or painting as much as I need to. This dude's on it, and shout out to him, Joe Scrafe, on Instagram. Omni Trail sign. This is something I painted back in the day and kind of embossed a little bit. or debossed, I guess. I don't know, carved it out. But yeah, printed that. That was hanging up out at the Omni Trails way back, 15 years back probably. My first profile racing hub. This is from a dude secondhand down in Florida when I moved to Florida in 2014. This is when I first kind of started. You know, I always liked their stuff. They supported Omni Trail Jams and everything long before I was a supporter of theirs, you know. So that says a lot that companies are willing to help people out that have nothing to do with their products. You don't ask anything in return. They just want to see BMX doing well. And just saw a shadow. I don't know where he's at, but as long as he don't bite me, I think we're cool. But I think I saw a shadow, and it kind of freaked me out a little bit. The bat is back. Profile racing, shotgun trails, a couple of shells that I found out there, either when I was digging or whatever else, and I think they said I could have them, so I took them as a little memento. And I don't mind the bat being out here. I just I don't want him to get freaked out or anything. He doesn't seem like he is, I guess. That's actually why the shirts are down. I used to have a ton of shirts up there, and I took him down because he was really interested in like staying in his shirt. I have a much longer story about how I was taking the shirts down or something because a friend had passed one of the shirts, and a bat fell down and hit me in the knee or something, and then splattered on the ground. I had to like get him out of here. I put him out by the fire pit. It was cold as hell. So I felt bad that I had to do it, but I didn't really know what else to do with him. But to try to get him out of here because he was just circling laps. He didn't seem like he was very chill for a little bit. This, I'm pretty sure it's from my buddy Josh Sennacory. That same contest that these guys threw. I think he might have got third. So Vince got first. Andrew Bryan from the Raleigh area got second. I think Josh might have got third or fourth. And this was from the top of his trophy. Let's keep it moving. A couple of cool seats. Gold pedals for Mira. When Mira passed, everybody was painting their pedals for Mira and painting them gold because he had that awesome gold bike and it was legendary. This was hanging up for a while, but they just kept falling down, the same as the picture over here. And yeah, as you can see, I rode them for a long time even after we painted them. And shout out to the GOAT, in my opinion, Dave Mira. This is a seat that my wife picked out for her bike. It's a super badass Eagle seat by FBM. I was running that for a while, but then it started kind of getting damaged somewhere. I hate when my seats get messed up. I'll stop running the seat when it gets messed up. Profile racing seat. I have a few of these different versions and everything, and I'm actually about to put one back on, I think. But this is the whitish one when you wipe it up and everything. Custom. This is cool. This is a Native Bikes. Let me get out from down here. A Native Bikes custom leather seat, Merit. I think I sent him a Merit seat, or he just had one around, and he stitched this up for me. This is the Jedi Order logo. I have this like on my elbow, but it's just kind of their symbol in the Star Wars universe of the Jedi. And he stitched that on, made this custom seat for me. Let me clean this up a little bit so you can see his logo for his company. But anyway, so he made this awesome seat, which are usually super on hold and take a long time to get. But he made this seat for me because he was super involved with Team Pain. He was like their manager, or excuse me, they're like their media manager or something. And he was like my liaison, man. When I was talking about, I was like, I've got to make sure BMX is in my skate park. And I was like, that guy, not badly, but just that guy that would be at the city council meetings, and the guy that would be sending the emails and everything else. Because I wanted to make sure 100%. I was like, dude, if we're gonna have a skate park 20 minutes from my house, I'm being there. I'm not trying to fucking run from the cops. And sure, maybe it's like they don't enforce it, but or whatever. Nah, I'm not having it, man. I'm just going to be welcome out here, and so are our people and kids and everything else. But James, shout out to you for holding that role down and being our guy and telling us where to, where to be and everything else. He's not in that role anymore, but shout out to James Covington from Native Bikes. I don't know if I said that earlier, but this was actually a better version of the exact same seat that I had made years prior. Jedi. And then I like burned this in. I was doing like leather burning a little bit at the time. I stenciled that out. Check that out. Pretty cool. But you can see that one stitched. Mine's just burnt. And I could run that seat today. I don't think there's really anything wrong with it. So pretty dope. Crazy ass race seat. You know how they do. Roy gave me that. But yeah, hey, actually, you know what? I'm going to do one more little area, and this will actually wrap it up. Sorry for the mess over here, guys. We're moving a bunch of stuff from over there, so it's kind of making its way over here. Trash, yard stuff, etc. The shirts are kind of piled up, sorry. And then just everything everywhere. But let's take a look right here. Little Devil. Ladies love mustaches. This is from Lee Ramsdale and Hal Brindley from earlier. Credence Spikes. And this one, if anything, if I ever wanted to like take this off or anything, I could just take it off. You know, just this side would be pretty easy. It's like once you get in the middle and everything, it's a little bit harder. Yeah, let's keep it moving. And see BMX series. This is about the same time I was building out here, so we were pretty involved with them. Profile, yeah, like I said, 50 years. That's right about the same time that they came out. Or nah, not even close. It was much later, but they're still maybe kind of riding high from it. Or somebody, I think Terry from the skate park asked me about the company. I'm like, yeah, they've been around 50 years, making dope ass American BMX products and actual racetrack, dirt track BMX product, or not BMX, race car products. Excuse me, like high end stuff. And I think they still do, which is even crazier. A bunch of CNC machines and just a whole business running in Tampa, Florida, of the highest quality BMX competition racing products and freestyle products. Hubs is their specialty, man. They got it. They got the game unlocked and the profile mark rate, Mobile stem. Sorry to fan out for a second, guys, but yeah, that's what I ride. USA BMX sticker, pretty cool. I did race for a season when I moved to Florida. Mongoose Bikes, Run 910. This is from a local shop, if you will. Kind of a like culture smoke shop or whatever. And caught that in there years back. Take It for Baco. That's from the Baco box set from Chad DeGroot's people. You know, he had this awesome series they made 10 videos, mid school, old school, and they're badass. I had Take It for Baco, Baco 10 when I was growing up, and that's one of the videos that I burnt out. It was just one that I had, and probably one of the 5 or 6 that I had in my own collection, and Baco, love it. Bulldog Bikes, Spy Optics. Roy was always sponsored by them. And yeah, I think that's pretty much it though. Let's give you a little bit of view on what we went over again. Mad Speed, heavy pedals. Did I go over any of this? Nah. Cool Powers, Guns Plus out of Spring Lake, North Carolina, the city right north of Fayetteville. Not even, you know, it's part of our community. Just always thought that was a funny, cool name. Gun shop. They sell some crazy stuff in there too, like silencers and crazy auto machine guns probably and stuff. Heavy Pedals magazine out of the North Midwest, I guess. I haven't heard anything from a long time. Gypsy sticker, got a bunch of those. Yeah, the challenging times. So when way earlier when I was talking about the one-handed tabletop. Yeah, I wish he was still around. His name was Nick Ferreira or something like that. But his name was Nick, and he was super cool. He donated a ton of magazines, newspapers to our local, shop at the skate park. So that was super cool of him. And I have a full collection of all of his releases. But yeah, let's not hold it up too much longer. Give you a little bit of a back view on this stuff. Thanks for hanging out for another video. This one was a little bit longer than I'm trying to get at. And I guess I'll maybe end on this. This is from Tampa, Florida, from a bicycle shop that is owned by SCG Bike Company, or SCG Shoe Company, excuse me. It's late out here, guys. It's like midnight, 1 o'clock right now. I just happen to be out here. And yeah, I don't know if this is a voodoo doll or a cross or what, but I think it's cool. And it's down here. And we'll end on that. Comment below. Tell me what was your favorite thing. Maybe, yeah, I don't know. Tell us what your favorite thing is. Is there something I missed that you want to shout out in the comments? If there's a sticker in here that somehow I didn't talk about, tag it up. Yeah, thanks for joining in another video, guys. We'll catch you in the next one, whether that's going to be BMX, toys, art, anything else. Appreciate you joining in. Peace.